As of April 2025, the average person spends approximately 4 hours and 37 minutes on their smartphones daily, let alone other devices such as televisions. But to think that the average person could not even define a network is criminal, especially due to the time spent using them, as most people will spend a fifth of their lives on their devices. Today, I will define the term network and cloud computing, along with providing information on various subtopics and examples. To start this informing journey, I would like to define the word network. A network is a group or system featuring two or more computers that are linked for the purpose of sharing resources and data with one another. This provides effortless access to sharing data and information with coworkers or family, dependent on where your network is located, with ease. The next term I would like to define is network topology, the layout or pattern in which computers and devices are connected in a network. It shows how data flows between devices and helps determine how reliable, fast, and scalable the network is. Bus topology connects all devices to a single central cable, called, you guessed it, the bus, where data travels along the cable and every device receives it, but only the intended ones accept it. It's simple and low cost, but if the main cable fails, the entire network goes down. Star topology connects all devices to a central device like a hub or switch, allowing data to travel from one device to another central point and then to its destination. It's the most common layout today because it's reliable. In case of one device ever fails, others remain unaffected. Ring topology arranges devices in a circular loop, with data traveling in one direction until it reaches its destination. It's less common now because a single break in the ring can disrupt the entire network. Mesh topology connects every device to every other device, making it very reliable, because if one link fails, data can find another route, but it is also expensive and complex. Hybrid topology mixes two or more different topologies, like star and mesh, to take advantage of the strengths of each, offering flexibility and scalability for complex or growing networks. There are 4 different versions of networks covering different sizes, and they are the following. A LAN is a local area network, as the name says local, covering only a small area. A real-life example would be Wi-Fi networks that you would have at home. A PAN is a personal area network that is even smaller than the last, as it only covers a few devices, no more than half a dozen. A real-life example would be your own collection of electronics, like a mouse, keyboard, and the computer. A MAN is a metropolitan area network, and its size comparison is larger than a LAN, but not a WAN. A real-life example would be a college campus, as there are multiple dorms featuring LANs. A WAN is a wide area network that covers a large area of networks with multiple LANs. An example would be the city of Istanbul. Networks use various devices, such as routers, for the purpose of extending the distance of the network, allowing more people to join into the network, or switches that filter the type of information shared across the network. Another device used across networks is a firewall that is used to enforce and ensure safety across the entirety of the network, as that is the firewall's sole purpose. The next device will be the modem, and the modem's function is to convert signals for the router to ensure the router is instructed its role properly to send back the user of the network. The next device is the hub. As it's the heart of the LAN, they are what connects multiple devices to one another. And finally, the access point, which is just a device that encourages the connection between a wireless network to connect to a wired one. And speaking of so, we will now discuss the differences between wired and wireless communication. Although wired may seem old-fashioned, wired is actually more efficient, as it has a direct connection to the other device, hence making it more compatible and cost-efficient, specifically in very small network-based ecosystems. Wired also has a downside, as it may cause a mess between wires, making it hard to set up, and also significantly worse for larger portions of people due to higher costs. Wireless is where the future is headed, and most likely at one point, everything will be wireless. But for the time, wired is actually more efficient and faster, making wireless worse for smaller network ecosystems. But wireless is significantly better for larger ecosystems, as it may be cost efficient and will not cause a mess between the wires. Cloud computing is a form of accessing computing surfaces, such as servers, databases, storage, softwares, via the internet, instead of directly through devices. Examples being Netflix, YouTube, and iCloud, due to the ability to watch and store one information. In conclusion, computer networking is how computers, phones, and other devices talk to each other and share things like messages, pictures, and files. Just like roads connect cities so cars can travel, networks connect devices so data can move. There are different ways to connect them, like in a straight line, a circle, or all to one main point, as we mentioned while talking about topology. Special tools like switches, routers, and access points help the devices stay connected and send information to the right place.